Welcome, all you amazing souls, to your Aries new moon reading. And of course, we have a beautiful picture here of the Aries new moon, which it says in the bottom, go for it. And this card that comes from this beautiful deck, the Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards. And I do list all the cards I use in a reading in the description box below. If you're like me, I see so many beautiful decks out there, and I'm like, I want that for myself. So I have over 100 Oracle decks and over 20 tarot decks, and I'm okay with that. So if you want any of those are in the description box below with links over to Amazon. So I love that. Of course, the Aries new moon is bringing this beautiful, just tons of opportunities. So opportunities abound. You know, we get to step through those opening doors that are going to be coming around for us around this Aries new moon. So the energy encourages us to have courage, to step towards our dreams, to chase those dreams like with a little childlike enthusiasm, and know that they'll be satisfied. There's really this energy of less planning and more action, right? So we don't want to spend all of our energy on the planning stage. It's like, make some plans, but focus on action around this new moon. Use that energy that's available for us to do that. And, you know, believe that there's divine timing that's coming in for things too. You know, make the plans, put action, but for the results, don't focus on the results. Focus on the energy you're putting into the moment, into that current action. And as a little kind of ritual or a little action that you want to do, you can light a candle, because Aries, of course, is fire sign. Got all the candles going here too. You know, light a candle and put your hands over your heart and just affirm, I am on the right track. And then for this reading, we're going to ask, where can I take more action in my life? You know, is that towards my dream, or what advice can we get from the Creator and Spirit around where can we put more action into our lives? So we're going to jump into the reading specific to your sign right now. All right, my Virgos, welcome to your Aries new moon reading. And we're going to start off by pulling a card here from the Wisdom of the Oracle and just see what the Creator wants you to know, what you could take more action on in your life if you so choose. So of course it is just advice, and you never have to do anything that you don't want to do. So, all right, so for our Virgos, what would you like them to know? Where can they take? Okay, actually, oh my gosh, you have 3 cards. So we will look at these. Okay, so you got the number 2 yin. Put that here. You've got the number 10, the unfinished symphony. And you've got flexible, number 19. So I love this because this is, you have 9 and 1 is 10. So you got 10 and 10, and then you have a number 2. So you got endings and new beginnings coming up here. But let's take a look here, and while I destroy everything, and let's start with that yin and see what the message is here. So this is the feminine principle of receptivity, letting someone else make the first move, gathering information and taking in cues, the art of conscious allowing. So it says this is a time of calculated receptivity as you gracefully await what is coming to you, ready to accept it when it appears. Yin does not involve frozen dreams or even resting, but rather consciously allowing things to flow to you, poised to receive the bounty that will be made available to you. It implies sensitivity as you alertly study the actions of others and contemplate how they will affect you and yours. Remember, you must make space for miracles to appear. Be the shaped, not the shaper. you'll see how quickly your dreams manifest. So go with the flow, be the receiver, the allowing, right? And I like that, the unfinished symphony. It's like if there's something unfinished, it's like the energy is about, you know, the action you can take. Like it says, it's not non-action, it's allowing. Allowing is an action, because it feels different, right? Because if you're just like, oh well, that's different from giving permission, putting that energy into your life that you are allowing things to come to you, not that you feel like you're just falling and rumbling down a hill and you're like, okay, I'm going to end up somewhere. It's like, no, you are solid. You know who you are, where you're at, and you're allowing. It's like the difference between a queen or a king waiting for people to enter the throne room and bring them the present, the gift, the, you know, that wonderful dream, whatever's coming, right? Versus feeling like you're a pauper where you have a little cup going clink, 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 hoping someone will give something to you. That's the difference in the energy that I'm feeling there. And the unfinished symphony, it says this is a time to tie up loose ends as you near the completion of a cycle or project and mastery of a lesson or skill. Before you can move forward, it's important that you come to terms with where you are now. Practice radical acceptance, right? So this kind of almost is related, right? Take inventory so that emotional and psychological closure can occur and the answers you seek will be found. You can't move forward if you are leaving things unfinished. So reflect on what has passed so that the symphony can finally end on a high note. So this is like, this is allowing stuff to come to you, but it's like this is letting go of all the conditions, all the, I don't want to say conditions, but all the requirements of how it has to come to you, right? It has to happen on the second Tuesday of the 15th year of the blah, 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 right? It's like, no, this is allowing things to come to you, but accepting and sitting in the moment without judgment on what is, being comfortable and embracing what is in this moment, letting go of everything else. So I love that. And that makes sense with flexibility too, right? Be flexible with how it comes to you. And I'll just read that one real quick here too. Yeah, because this is teachability, open-mindedness, being adaptable without compromising what's most important. So a tree's roots are solidly planted in the ground, yet its branches can bend in a hurricane, whereas a rigid structure like a building would come crashing down. Consider how the tree remains supple and secure when everything around it may be in shambles. This is how you can be now. Willing to learn new things, teachable, malleable, yet firmly grounded in who you are, like we talked about, right? That queen, that king sitting on there, knowing who they are. And common sense is important, but so is an open mind. Stay curious, stay open, stay aware. At this time, others will be more flexible with you too. So I love that. So where you can put your action in around this Aries new moon is allowing things to come to you, being flexible about how you receive it. And actually, I kind of want to put these on either side. It's like your receiving is bookend by these flexibility and allowing, the way that it has to come to you go. And then we're going to also pull from these Sun and Moon Tarot and just see what else the Creator would like you to know about this allowing. Right, so what else for our Virgos? Okay, what else? Oh my goodness, okay. Alrighty, so we'll start with this one since it's off by itself here. Yeah, makes sense. The universe, normally called the World card in the Standard Tarot, and this is significant endings of cycles and new beginnings. I don't think we've heard that quite enough yet, right? With all these tens, this is that endings and the new beginnings. So they're definitely reinforcing that yes, there's a time to let go of the old ways of living and thinking, because there's so much that will make the space for to come into your life. Yeah, because then you have the sun, which is all about victory. It's all about just abundance and success. It is this newness too, it's this bounty. So it's definitely, I feel like this, we want to put this one in the middle here, because this is what's coming for you here. It's that beautifulness. And yeah, and you have these people on here have butterfly wings, which is all about transformation, right? So that definitely there's this ending and new beginning, this transformation that's coming. That's for you, with this process that's happening, it's just going to bring you freedom, right? Yeah, you have the Seven of Cups. Cups are your emotions. And the Seven of Cups is like, and I love it with this, by this flexibility card here. In fact, I do want to put it down here next to this one, because the Seven of Cups is usually confusion about what you're supposed to feel. How am I supposed to feel about that? I have so many emotions, I just don't know. And this flexibility card with this Cups is telling you, you don't worry about what emotion that you have to choose. Feel them all if you want, but you don't have to act upon them, and you don't have to fear any of them and judge yourself about feeling them. You can just feel it. Just feel that emotion and let it flow through, and it'll end. It'll transform, because especially as the sun rises here for you, anything that comes into that light, that comes into that beautiful warmth of the sun, is an amazing thing. And what I'm hearing here too is like, it's about you being a sunflower, and the sun is giving to you, and you allow that. It's like that's the giving and receiving of this yin as well. You are this chalice. You become this open, cup, and allow, Spirit, the Creator, just all that love to come into you, all that blessing to come into you. You allow it to come to you. So I'm really loving how this is unfolding. Yeah. Well, here you go. Another ending, a new beginning, the Tower. But this is beautiful because it is basically a message saying that when anything is removed out of your life, it is being removed for you. It's not happening to you. So again, that message about endings and new beginnings is being, brought here. It makes sense too with an Aries new moon. Aries is fire, and the new moon is about new beginnings and new planning. So here's the Aries fire, bringing in that beautiful removal. But if you can, just realize that if anything leaves your life and is moved out of your life, that it is happening for you. It's not happening to you. That's being said over and over and over again. Then we have the Four of Pentacles. Pentacles is the outside world, and it kind of represents, sometimes it's called the Queen's suit too, and it basically represents, for this reading, how you define yourself. And you can see here he's got like 3 coins. Actually, he has all 4 coins there. There's 4 little castles that are all around him, 4 little towers. And so what happens is usually like 3 of the pentacles you are looking at. I kind of want to put this one over here for some reason, but 3 of those pentacles are looking on the outside world, because that little individual, one of the big life lessons that they glean is that when they look outside of themselves for their worth and their definition, that's when they feel disappointed. That's when they feel unstable, because like those 3 areas are relationships, either romantic, friends, family, even work friends. or it's situations like jobs or education or any kind of social status or situations you're in, or things like, your possessions, your bank account, or your body. And so these three things on the outside world, they're unstable because, like relationships, people change or they pass away. Situations never stay the same, and things, of course, in our bodies break down, deteriorate, or are stolen. And so those things are unstable, and when we define ourselves by those, that's why we feel unstable. But when you really are able to connect to deep within you and have this foundation that they learn, that it's the unconditional love that they find inward. Because disappointment, when we're disappointed enough in life, it points us inward over and over and over again to where you finally are like, I've had enough. And then we turn inward and we're like, oh, that's what I've been looking for all along. And so that's where this power comes from. At the top of the card, it says power, because you find your inner power and you change. Because the fours are very solid numbers, like tables. 4 strong legs make a very solid table, and that's that strong foundation of your worth that's coming in through this experience here, because you're allowing it to come to you. Just think of yourself as a king or queen, or however you identify, that you're in this giant hall on your throne, and all the courtiers are lined upon it, and you're just waiting for those huge doors to open, allow them to bring it to you. And that's that feeling of power and authority. Yeah, because here you have the Ace of Wands. So this is, wands are your passion, your drive, your inspiration, your, it's your spiritual power and your energy too. So this is about this new passion, this new drive coming into your life, and new energies coming into, which it does. It's like this is very empowering for you here, because you are able to focus your energy. You carry the torch. You get to decide where you focus your energy and how. And so this is a very, I kind of feel like it's almost like a scepter that royal person sitting on the throne has. It's their magic wand, right? It's like they have that staff or whatever that is this magical thing that allows them to send that out and gives them the authority over the kingdom, which you do. Each of us has authority over our little individual kingdom that's going on inside us. We are the ones that create that. So I love that power that comes in. And then your final card is the 5 of Pentacles. And this makes sense because the 5 of Pentacles, like we talked about with the 4 of Pentacles, is about your outside world. And the 5 of Pentacles is about looking into what this feeling is here. It basically says that these individuals feel abandoned. They feel no one is helping them. No one will give them a helping hand. They feel almost like beggars that no one will give to, and it's that feeling of worth. It's feeling when you're looking to the outside world for, to bring you those things, right? To bring you. And it fits so much into here, because when that king or that queen or whatever royal individual you want to be on that throne, when you think that it's the humans that are going to be bringing you what you need, that's when you're sorely disappointed. That's what you learned with that 4 of Pentacles. What this card represents, because it's number 5, is the transformation of how you look at your sustenance, how you look at what's coming to you. Because you'll see up here, there's this stained glass window representing like a spiritual entity that has all the pentacles, all the coins, all the value there. And so this 5 of Pentacles is this transformation of looking to humans that thinking they're going to bring you everything you need, and understanding that when a human brings you anything, they're just the shipping company. They're just the delivery driver. Who really brings you everything that you need in your life is the creator of all things. It's the spirit world. They are the ones that have endless resources. They're limitless. And they will always assure you that in every moment, you will always have everything that you need. It may not be that you think you have everything that you want, or that in this moment, you have everything that you need for the next 5 years. But they're like, in this moment, you will always have what you need, and that you will always be fine, because you will either get through the moment and be fine, or you won't get through the moment and you will also be fine. Because if we ever, kind of this worry that comes in is at the very root of it is the fear of death, or the fear of rejection somehow, right? And so what's the worst that could happen? I could be rejected by the entire world. How likely is that? And then I'd be ostracized, where no one would give me food or help me out, and I would die alone in the forest and be eaten by wolves. When you speak out your fears, it really clarifies. It's like you bring something out into the light, and you're like, that does sound kind of not likely, and maybe even silly sometimes. And it's like, okay, this transformation comes in that what is being brought to you in the hall, when those big doors open up, it's the hand of the creator bringing you this beautiful things. Not man, but the creator of all things, the mother and the father of all things, is bringing to you this beautifulness. I mean, they are the sun. They're shining down upon you, not expecting anything in return, because it's what they are. They have no need, and they're bringing you all this beauty for you. I love it. Right, we're going to leave this reading here, but if you are looking for even more messages of love from above, in addition to these new moon readings, I do full moon readings, also put out monthly readings for each zodiac sign, weekly energy updates for each of the elements like fire signs, water signs, etc. Also, a few other types of videos. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up, click the like button. Also, click that subscribe button. That gives you access to this notification bell. And when you go in there, just select all, and then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. Also, doing those things helps spread the love, because when you like a video, you share a video, you comment on a video, or you subscribe to a channel, doing any of those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy it wants to share those videos with other people as well from that channel. So if you feel inspired to do any of that, I am grateful. Also, these are general readings. If you want even more specific information for your specific life, I do offer personal readings currently, and all that information is listed in the description box below. Right on, my Virgos, as you go throughout this amazing new moon and every second of every day of your life, please know that you are unconditionally loved by the creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing new moon. I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. But until then, you hang in there and you take care.